Established Titles is probably a company you've been hearing a lot about because of Scott Schaefer's video that went viral talking about them being a scam. Now, that does bring up a pretty big question whether or not is Established Titles actually a scam? Because I don't think we should be throwing around the word scam all willy-nilly, not really caring about it and having it lose its meaning. So Established Titles, I'm not sure if you can really put it down as a scam as much as maybe just false advertising or misleading at the best. Because the things that they say aren't technically untrue. You can do them, but the way that they say them makes it sound a lot better, or like they're pushing a real product to you when they're really not. So they're not really a scam, but they're not truthful in how they're delivering their product. Like, this is the part that a lot of people have a problem with. This is their sponsor read when the people, YouTubers who went out and did the sponsorship. These are the talking points that you have to mention. And number 6 is the big one that people are upset about, saying you could officially change your name to Lord or Lady and get it on your credit card, plane tickets, etc. You can even get it on your dating profile. I'm sure you've heard this said by every single person who's promoted it because it's literally in the script they have to read. But what they say here isn't technically not true, because you can absolutely change your name to whatever you want. It doesn't matter if you have a title or whatnot. You can literally go change your name and put whatever you want in the box, file it, and that's your new name. So it doesn't mean you're a real lord or lady or whatever you want to call yourself, but you can put your name to that, which is where a lot of people feel jaded, because the way they market it does sound like you're an official lord or lady, and you can put that in your name because you technically can, but you're not a lord or lady. So the way they do it makes it sound better than it really is, and making you feel like you have to buy their certificate to become a lord lady, when in reality you can not buy any of it and still change your name regardless, because anyone can do that. So that's the point that it seems less like a scam, because if it was an outright scam, it would be something like FTX, where you lost all of your money and it's gone, and someone literally scammed you out of your money and you can't get it back. But in this case, you're getting a product, it's some sort of charity act in there, and is it not true advertising, a little misleading? Absolutely, but it's not a straight out scam. What would make it a straight out scam is if they were lying about the charity part, but it seems like from this is the letter they put out for people to react to, and people who were sponsored by them to push out. This is the sponsor or the charity they worked with here, Trees for the Future, saying that they've planted over 2 million trees. So they've donated to this charity, planted 2 million trees. That's the part that's a bigger deal. If they weren't doing the charity part, if they were saying they were giving to some to reforestation stuff, but then not actually doing that, then that would make it a scam. But it seems like they're actually doing it. They might have to actually produce real receipts, because the brand damage that is here from this whole controversy means no YouTuber will probably ever touch this brand or company again, because it's just not worth it unless they produce real receipts and real proof that they have all this. And that's just what they have to do now because of this whole thing going on. But they come out starting this off saying, "We've recently come under targeted, completely unfounded attack based on bogus claims from someone making a career out of personal attacks in an attempt to gain viewership. We deeply appreciate those creators that have come out in support of us, and people who have voiced their refusal to participate in this cruel and vicious attempt to cancel and slander us." There have been a lot of YouTubers who did come out and put out apologies talking about taking on the thing, and some trying to defend it, but at the end of the day, it's just a brand problem now. So Established Titles, because even if it's completely fair and they were never a scam, but that title is stuck with it now. So if somebody does it even in 3 years from now, if some YouTuber takes Established Titles as a brand deal, someone in their comments can say, "Isn't that the company that scams?" And that's going to start the whole conversation all over again. And they go on to say here, Established Titles is a fun gift meant for a good laugh, and we have been absolutely transparent about this from day one. To compare us to going into someone's house and stealing is deeply offensive, and not only undermines our own work, but the good work of charities and the creators that we have worked with. A little weird there, because that's referring to Scott Schaefer saying that Spencer said that it's fine if the charity is, or if the company is a scam because it's for charity.
Spencer's response is basically he thinks it's okay if it's a scam because it's harmless and they're planting trees with your money. So according to Spencer's logic, if I were to steal something from his house, pawn it off, and then use some of the money to plant some trees, he would be okay with it because ultimately I did something good.
A little twisting there where it wasn't directed at them. It was just like a point put out there against like Spencer's thing. So a little weird they twist it that way. But the even weirder part is what they go on to say here, saying this year we are slated to be Trees for the Future's Giving Tuesday partner, matching all donations up to $50,000. It is a shame that this attempt to cancel us will make these efforts in the future that much harder. That's a lot of virtue signaling. A little weird to come out here and say, you know, we are doing this charity event for $50,000 and we were going to put 50 grand into this charity. And what you guys are doing, that's going to make it harder to do in the future. You might want to rethink canceling us because then we can't do it in the future. It's a really weird way to respond to this. Instead of, you know, producing receipts and just showing that you're completely fine, trying to guilt someone into it, it feels very weird. It feels weird to come out and say, you know, we were going to be charitable, but you guys, you ruined it. We can't be charitable anymore. You ruined it. That's what a lot of this letter reads like. We're skipping over a lot of it and just highlighting some big points, but a lot of it reads like patting on the back, saying how good they are and they're just so great and amazing. When I don't think they're a scam, because I don't think they fit the definition of a scam. If they weren't giving to the charity, then they'd be a scam. But just by not actually having the title, it's not really a scam. I can see why people would say that and see why they would say it's an absolute scam. But technically, they're not wrong. You can change your name to Lord, whatever your name is, because it doesn't matter. You can go change your name to whatever you want. You can put whatever title in front of your name that you want, and you can do that. You don't have to have the credentials to do that. So technically, it's true, but it's very misleading and pushes for more sales, and their marketing, it's very bad marketing. At the very best, it's bad marketing. But they also contradict themselves a little bit in this this part here in their second page of this letter, saying that we have always been clear that our certificates are based on historic Scottish custom of calling landowners lairds, lords, or ladies, and that it does not grant you the right to rule or make you a member of any royal family, nor the right to a peerage. Probably butchered that, but immediately they said that and kind of saying, you know, lord and lady, it's just a fun gimmick. You're not actually that, and we've always said that. But in the very next paragraph here, they say, we've always hoped that our customers enjoy the experience as much as we do, and the vast, vast majority of our lord and ladies do. But if they don't, for whatever reason, we have honored a refund and cancellation request fully and will still donate to plant a tree for the order regardless. So it's just really funny to say in this first paragraph up here, first sentence, saying, you know, it's just a custom and it's fun in games, but you're not really that, and we know that. And to immediately in the next sentence say, all the lords and ladies of our customers love it. It's very contradicting right there. But they do offer 60-day money back, you know, no questions asked as far as I've seen, refunds. So that again takes it away from the scam territory, where if it's not hard to get a refund, because that's what a lot of scammers do, they just make extremely difficult to even get a refund, or basically impossible. So that again separates it from the word scam, which I don't think we should be throwing around all, you know, whatever and not really caring about, because I think the word scam should have some sort of meaning to it. It should have, if someone is actually scamming and someone says it's a scam, it should have power to it. So this, at the end of the day, isn't a scam, but it's not good marketing. It's misleading, maybe false advertising, but it's not a scam because technically what they say is true. But at the end of the day, this whole controversy of them being a scam means that their brand is pretty much done, because no YouTuber, influencer, anyone who actually is smart enough to think about their brand is going to accept doing a brand deal with them, because that comes with the entire scam notion being reopened and discussed yet again, now with your brand attached to it, and no one wants that. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in my next video.